Dear colleague, I'm Wei Lee, Secretary General of National Science and Technology Center for Disaster Reduction. Today, I'm honored to have a chance to show how my office helped emergency preparedness and disaster risk management in Taiwan. And this is about operational framework of my office. My office directly under the Ministry of Science and Technology. We have more than 150 full-time staff with a diverse background. Today, I'm trying to share some of important product by my office, information integration, and how we help emergency operation, but not about the search and rescue. And this is the national framework of disaster management in Taiwan. So from the figure, you can see NCDI have the role under the most, no matter for the scientific suggestion or even during emergency operation, NCDI have the role to join Central Emergency Operating Center. And the most important thing about information integration, NCDI currently we have about 450 big data sets shared by different government agency and private sector. And by the way, we also have the CCTV camera around the whole country. The majorly is for the monitor situation in case of disaster like a typhoon or flood. And we also, very important thing, we have used information to create action and application, especially try to share information with diverse stakeholder in our society. So we call it the cross-cutting synergies, information intelligence and action. And in case of emergency like a typhoon or earthquake, even flood, NCDI will join the Central Emergency Operations Center, COC, and in charge one group here, we call it Situation Assessment Group. In the group, NCDI have worked with so many government agencies. Very important thing, NCDI will be in charge about the risk and impact assessment. And very important thing, NCDI try to provide some scientific evidence for emergency responder to operate. For example, if the strong wind or torrential wind, we will based on the forward impact tell about when and where, scale and scope of impact. I will give some example tell how we use our product. This is one example happened in the 2017 about one torrential rain. Actually, this is about a short facts about the torrential rain. You see, in 72 hours, because standstill from and May, we have torrential rain. The peak value reached about in total 3,000 more precipitation, and also caused some casualty, and we also have some evacuation. And most important thing, NCDI start offering some early warning about the torrential rain on the May 31st, and we updated the information on the June 1st. It's very important thing. We share information with emergency responder, no matter local or central government, and share a university who support 22 local government. Why we have kind of operation? Because NCDI have the role to provide information to both central and local government, and the most also support one project and assign NCDI to help to disseminate information to all the local university who help local government. This is how NCDI operate during the whole torrential rain event. You see, NCDI even had an early operation than the COC, because on the May 31st, the COC still operated at the local level. So since the May 31st, NCDI continue monitor the situation, and we also cooperate with COC. Even we had a president to visit the COC, even the minister of the most to understood the working situation, and NCDI Director Chen also gave the report to the Premier. And this is basic information we provided to the government about the possible impact by the torrential rain because of the Meiyu and the standstill front. And the most important thing, we always give the time and location specific information. So from the June 2nd to June 5th, every day we provide about different rain pattern and estimate a total amount of rainfall. And the most important thing, we also highlight possible impact in mountainous area, especially about road interruption. And during the whole event, every 30 minutes, we'll use our numerical model to update about the possible alert related to flood. And this is how we use diverse information to give the situation. We use the CCTV of the Highway Bureau during the flood and after flood combined with the rain gauge data and rain distribution try to explain the flood situation in Keelung. And we also use the water level gauge to understand the possible flood could impact to transportation in 3 different bridges. And we also use the real-time monitor under stability in the water catchment, especially is the water intake for the Taipei metropolitan area to understand possible impact to water intake. And we also use diverse data to understand possible impact related to slopeland disaster in mountainous area. So in total, NCDR tried to integrate every key stakeholder, every possible information in our society, and share information to diverse the user try to lower disaster impact in Taiwan. This is the brief introduction of my office.